Sorry about that. So like I was saying, this is a place you're going to build and do a lot of spiritual work. When you go to this place and you're there, it's completely filled with your energy signatures, your ancestors. Fuck, Naruto can be there if you want to. Goku can be there if you want to. The fucking Monkey King, Harambe, Hanabi can be there. Okay, anyone that you can think of in your mind as a thought form or energy signature, because once energy is created, it cannot be destroyed, is going to be there if you will it into existence. That you can actually work with as a spirit and a guardian to protect you and aid you in certain processes, rituals, shit, even protect your home. This is a place where, for example, my astral temple, it's outside. It's a big ass tree. Beautiful field. Fantastic sun. Trees, butterflies, birds and shit. It's great. Lush water. Don't even look like water. It look like fucking mercury. It's beautiful. It's great. Fantastic even. It's beautiful, okay? But when I need to do ceremonial magic, these walls come. When I need to communicate with a being or a deity, they're just there. So I'm going to teach you how to get to your astral temple. I can't teach you how to build your astral temple, but I could teach you how to get there. If you don't meditate often, this is going to be hard as fuck, because it requires you to be inside your, what is it called? Your alpha state or your theta state brainwaves to really be able to do this. And it sounds iffy, but just simply by closing your eyes and focusing on holding images in your mind with your eyes closed actually gets your brain used to slipping into alpha state. And the deeper you go into that, learning how to just close your eyes and focus on images, it tricks you how to be in the theta state. Now you could go into deep meditations and see pictures and things with your eyes still closed. If you can't get into theta state or alpha state, you're just going to be sitting in darkness and relaxing your mind, which is good, but you have to do more mental exercises and practice. For example, fuck it. Let's do a mental exercise right now, just to show y'all I'm not fucking bullshitting with you. I'm going to show you 2 mental exercises. Close your eyes. And see yourself with an apple in your hand. A red apple. Feel the apple. Feel the smoothness of the apple. Smell it. You can smell it. It smells fresh. Feels nice and smooth. You can feel the bumps and the hardness of the stem of the apple. Now take a bite. Take a bite of the apple. You heard it crunch, huh? Can you taste how juicy it is? Now open your eyes. You did all that without actually eating a fucking apple. It is very hard for me to meditate. I always get distracted. I need help. I got you. Mental exercise. Practice that mental exercise. Just practice the apple exercise. Because believe it or not, what you're doing, even though it seems simple, is you're bringing an image in your mind that you're interacting with as if it's physically there, using all 5 of your senses. Sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. Without physically doing any of that or being there. Just think about that for a second. Yeah. I'm going to teach y'all how to be fucking masters, okay? So again, close your eyes. Picture a red apple in your hand. Fuck it. Let's switch it up. Now it's a green apple. Ooh, this one's smoother. Ooh, this one's kind of bigger. It almost don't fit in my hand. It smells kind of sour. Ooh, it tastes just like how the sour apple smells. It's so juicy. It's sour and crunchy. It almost feels like I'm really biting an apple. The only things I couldn't do is smell and taste, but the rest was on point. Keep practicing that. That's just one mental exercise that you can do. Alright? Another one that's really simple. I'm gonna fuck y'all up with this one. I learned this one from Sharif Bey. Real quick, grab something. Anything at all. If you can't grab something, whatever's close to you, like a desk, a chair, a bed, just rub it with your hand. Rub it with your hand. Get used to the texture. You know how it feels? You know how it feels? You're used to it? Alright, now stop rubbing it. Stop touching it. Now look at it. And touch it with your eyes. Feel it. How you felt it with your hand. Feel the texture of it with your eyes. Now look away. Alright, I'm going to try that again. Because I was freezing up. I'm going to give you an easier example. Get something you can hold, like a book, right? With your hand. And just rub it. Just rub it. Get used to that texture. You can feel it. You know what it feels like. You know how it feels in your hand. And let it go. And look at it. And with your eyes, just looking at it, with your mind, feel the texture with your eyes. Remember how it felt. If you're doing it right at first, you're going to feel something tingly in your hand. Look at it. You're just looking at it. But you can feel it. Just how you felt it with your hand, right? Now don't look at it. Don't even touch it. Hold it. Hold it with your mind. Do you remember how it felt? Feel it. You feel yourself rubbing on it again? You feel that shit? But you're not touching anything, right? That's to get your brain weaponized and used to using the five senses in the sixth sense. The sixth sense is your mind. Your mind exists in your pineal gland. It's not a construct of the brain at all. It's more of a spirit. Whenever you die, the only thing that is active is your subconscious mind. And fun fact, that's how you know your subconscious mind is your spirit. Because as long as people remember you and build altars to you and say your name and give reverence and praise, that subconscious mind will be active. But when people forget, it's gone. The activity's dormant. And this has been scientifically proven. So on a spiritual level, that tells me the spirit and the soul are not the same thing, but also that the soul is eternal. The soul is what activates this meat suit. The spirit's all in the mind. And we can will a lot of things into existence and interact with a lot of things that we can't physically see with the mind. But the soul is something much deeper. That's why we build altars, you see? Why you think you ever leave a cup on your altar with some water and then the water gone? They interacted with you. The spirits was thirsty. They needed to drink. You see, anything and everything to us that's physical is currency to them. They could use that in some form or another. A lot of us have ancestors who need some money. A lot of us have ancestors who need shit. It's rough out there in these spiritual streets. They might need a drink. They might need some rum. They might need some coffee. You know what I'm saying? Feed their spirit. Remember them. Because when you die, they're going to be the ones to guide you from place to place. They're going to be the ones to take you where you need to go in this life, in the next life. Because they've left this life behind. This shit no longer matters to them. All that morality and shit, that don't matter to them. That's why sometimes your ancestors be whooping your ass to get you right. No, knowing damn well when they were alive, they wouldn't treat you like that and do you like that. But now that they dead, you notice all fucks is gone. You notice all fucks is gone. Sometimes you'll hear your ancestors laughing. You looking for some shit. You know it was right there. You start hearing your grandma laughing. Now it's right there. Type of shit. You know, y'all niggas who know, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. And them spirits be fucking with you. Because you know you wasn't doing something you were supposed to do. Or, for example, I've been supposed to stop smoking weed. Okay? And sometimes my lighters go missing. Sometimes I have more reps. I have more cigars. But for some reason, they gone. And now I just got these. When I know for a fact we bought this set amount, now we just have this amount. Shit like that sometimes. You gotta listen. You can't skip steps. You have to listen. When spirit leads, you gotta follow. Because that spirit in you telling you, or guiding you, that's your higher self. That's the one that's peer-to-peer with the gods and the goddesses. That's the one that's peer-to-peer with the spirits. Not little conscious you when you're in your beta state. You have to get at least into your alpha theta state to where the spirits start to respect your energy and your power more. When you're just in your beta state of consciousness, they're not, you can't even fucking see them. You have to get to a certain level spiritually to where you can even like, baby, I'm going to show y'all motherfuckers. Baby, do you remember that ritual I did with the cleansing in our townhouse and you saw spirits walking down our house? Mm-hmm. You physically saw a spirit, right? Mm-hmm. I know how to conjure up and summon souls, nigga. But you have to be able to do that. You have to have this, they call it spiritual currency. I call it spiritual rank. There's levels to this shit, okay? And you might look and live a certain type of way in this physical realm, and you could be fucking royalty in the astral worlds. So what this world reflects doesn't necessarily reflect your status, okay? You have to learn how to journey within and navigate through these tunnels. And the best way to do that is to build your own fortress, your own astral temple, okay? It's going to take some practice because, like I said, you have to get used to being in alpha state. Do those mental exercises I just gave you, and you'll be in alpha state in no time. And then you'll be able to focus more on colors. I have another one I do called the magic chalkboard. And the magic chalkboard will, let's just say it'll help you be able to conjure up images in no time. You'll be able to picture anything in your head with explicit detail. Okay? And hold that image for as long as you want. But it's a lot simpler than people make it out to be. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. The easiest way to do this, and I mean the easiest, most subtlest way to make this happen, you're going to close your eyes. Do it with y'all. You're going to close your eyes. And you're going to see a big chalkboard. Green chalkboard. And in this chalkboard, I want you, with your sense of touch, to pick up the chalk on the chalkboard, to the left or the right of you. With your hand, you feel that chalk. I want you to draw a circle on the chalkboard. Notice how some of y'all hear the chalk? Yeah, that mind is already working from the past exercises. Now that you see the circle, spell your name in the center of the circle. Go ahead, take the chalk and spell your name. Now you see the circle. You see the chalkboard. You felt the chalk. You see your name in the center of the chalkboard. Now erase your name. Reach to the left of you or the right of you, and you're going to feel an eraser. Grab it and erase your name from the center. You hear it erasing. You feel the solidness of the chalkboard and the eraser. It's like you're really there. Now you see the circle. Erase the circle. Now you see that? Yeah, chalkboard. And it looks like there's some chalk on there, huh? Got erased, but you can still see the remnants. Now before you open your eyes, you could either say this out loud or you could say this in your mind. But say this with conviction. I command my subconscious mind to make this a reality. And anytime I want to reach this point in my mind, all I have to do is count backwards from 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe and slowly open your eyes. Now you've sent your mind a command when you're in alpha state, which is going to bypass your ego and go straight to your subconscious. So you just found a cheat code to program your subconscious mind. So now every time you count backwards from 6 with your eyes closed, you are going to be able to go to this state of mind and be able to pull whatever image you like and not only see it with detail, but interact with it and erase it and feel it and hear it and touch it. And you learn that in what? 50 seconds. For free 99. I mean, the CASHAPP is pinned, but for free 99, you just learn that. One mental exercise of many that can actually help you gain and access tools to your unconscious mind, your subconscious mind, and bypass your ego, which is your in control of your conscious mind. It's not your conscious mind, but it's in control of the conscious mind. Every experience, every sense of information gets filtered through the ego. You have to understand this is why we have things like ethic bias. This is why we have unconscious biases. This is why we have opinions and shit like that. Because everything we encounter, every experience, this is why whenever we go through something new, we tend to judge that new experience based off of something we've already went through. That's not you at your core self. That's your ego. It's your defense mechanism because it fears the unknown. If you change, it changes. And it fears that if you change, you might not need your ego. The ego is a defense mechanism. It is a construct and a part of your mind sent here to protect you. You cannot get rid of your ego. You have to learn to work with it. There's ways around that. I just gave you a couple. But you have to understand the times that we're in, the waters are going crazy. You have a whole mothership that is constantly filtering and flooding out souls through the water and the moon. The moon, like I told you on several lessons, is a motherfucking ghost ball. A big ass spear full of spirits that are the lost souls they call trapped in purgatory, really being stuck there in a specific part of the moon you never see. You wonder why you never see the moon? You wonder why it's got illumination, but it's not necessarily a light source, and it be up at the same time as the sun and the moon? That's because it's spirits. It's a whole bunch of ghosts that are trapped, and they're being used to literally animate AI. Why do you think AI is so fucking smart? Because their memories have been wiped, but those are the souls of the lost. Those are the souls of the damned. Those are the souls of the forgotten, being used and weaponized for our own personal benefit, not realizing that it's just a system for a system that's crashing within itself, because it's just a system for a system that's crashing within itself. You have to understand, we're witnessing the fall of America. We're witnessing the fall of the financial system. We're witnessing the fall of the entertainment industry. Why? Because spirit is rising. When spirit rises, humanity falls. Unfortunately, that is the lifting of the veil. Certain people are going to have to die in order for certain people to move into position. Certain people are going to have to be born in order for certain balances to be restored. Certain people are going to have to lose power in order for certain people to take power. This is the natural order. You cannot intervene with the natural order. And the powers that be have constantly tried to intervene with the natural order. That's what the whole super particle collider is really about at CERN. They've been trying to find a way to intervene with the natural order. They can't. That's why there's a whole plethora of Mandela effects going on, and they've been going on since 2012 when they first shot out the hydrogen particle collider, and it's going to continuously keep happening. Why? Because they don't want to let go. They've built this world. They've made all the rules for this world. They own everything for this world. This is their heaven. But understand, we are not of this world. We are not of this universe. We've never been a part of this universe. We are amongst the stars. That lets you know we are in the highest of heavens. There's more than one heaven. We come from the highest of heavens, and we fell in consciousness. We didn't fall from heaven. We fell in consciousness. This is why the pineal gland and the pituitary gland look like a man's reproductive organs and a female's reproductive organs, because we fell in consciousness. And every fucking fetus is a female originally, and something happens in the cellular state where they either stay a female or they transmute and become a male. This happens on all levels, in all sciences, and every fucking species. There's a book called The Cosmic Mother you need to read. But from the goddess we come, to the goddess we must return. And when I say this with authority and conviction. I need you to understand we're witnessing the fall of the patriarch. For the past 1,000 years, the patriarch has been running the majority of society. Look how things are for the past 1,000 years. Have they gotten better? Or have they gotten worse? Have they gotten fair? Or have they gotten more corrupt? And we the people will not stand for this no longer. I don't care if you're Aryan. I don't care if you're Tartarian. I don't care if you're African. I don't care if you're Creole, Middle Eastern. I don't care if you're Pacific Islander, Asian, Mexican, Hispanic, fucking Spanish. I don't give a damn if you're Persian. Until we unite, this problem will not stop. We can't fix shit on an individual level. Look what happens to all of our leaders who try to fix things on an individual level. They die. They get assassinated. They get imprisoned. We don't need to say names because we have more than enough examples to know what happens to us when we try to handle these things on an individual level. When I say the revolution will not be televised, I have a fucking plan. Trust me. But we cannot do this shit alone. I can't do this shit alone. They'll kill me. I've already been banned. I've already been striked. I've already been shadow banned. I had to make a whole second account, okay? The things I talk about for a reason. I'm very careful and I'm very subliminal with the words I choose and the words I say, okay? Pay attention to my descriptions and the things I have in my highlights, because I'm giving y'all the real shit. I have a plan. We have to unite. There's strength in numbers. They could kill me, but they can't kill us all. And even if I affect one, even if we reach 100, we sparked a revolution for 100 million. Do you understand me? Do you fucking hear me? Right now, the system is weak. This is a desperation measure. Fuck all that fear. They're weak right now. We can hit them where they hurt, but we gotta be smart. There's laws set in place for indigenous people, varying from light to dark brown skin. Okay? Deaf to the illusion. We can no longer be separated. I don't give a fuck what you believe in religiously. I don't give a damn about your fucking ethnic background or what culture you come from. If we have a common agenda and we're like-minded, guess what? We got a common fucking enemy. And I think it's time we put the petty shit to the side for a second to defeat the greater evil. Okay? I'm tired of being tired. They're using our own sacred symbols against us. They're using religion against us. They're using racism against us. They're using the love we have for our people against us. They're using science against us. They're using our own symbols, our own science, and our own mythologies that our ancestors left for us to use against us. And they told us it was evil. They told us it was bad. They said, don't trust them, he's black. Don't trust him, he's white. They said, fuck that motherfucker, I don't know what he's saying. That nigga Spanish, don't trust him. When the only enemy I see is the inner me. And until we deal with that shadow, we're all fucking lost. We have to stand together. And listen, I got 2 kids to raise. I got 2 daughters, and I have to raise them to be fucking queens. I cannot do that in the state of this fucking reality we're living in right now. Look around. In 10 years, my daughters will be 17 and 15. In 10 years, how fucking bad do you think this shit's gonna be if it's this bad now, if we don't do something as a collective, not as an individual? We've tried that shit. Look what they did to the Black Panthers. Look what they did to Malcolm X. Look what they did to Cesar Chavez. Look what they did to Marcus Garvey. Look what they did to fucking Simeon Toko. Look what they did to fucking Toko, nigga. And that was... Y'all ain't hearing me. We can't do it alone. We can't go to war with the people who make bullets. They make the fucking weapons, guys. So what we're going to have to do can't be physical. We always talk about being spiritual. We always talk about being magical. We always talk about our gifts. Now is the time more than ever to craft our gifts, to learn how to use them. If we have to talk together, if we have to have one-on-one sessions on phone calls where we do meditation practices, if I got to send y'all books, understand, I don't do this for money. I do this for my people. I do this for y'all because y'all are doing this for me. And I didn't have anybody on the internet when I came into a spiritual awareness. In fact, most of the people in my community are scared. I'm not scared. But I'm not going to leave my fucking daughters fatherless. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. We can't do it like they did it in the past. We can't do it like Noble Drew Ali. We can't come at them like Rashad Jamal. We can't come at them like Dr. York. Because look what happened. We're going to take the tools that they left us behind and we're going to form a new system. But we're going to be united. We're going to be united. And we're going to be strategic. And we're gonna be fucking smart. Okay? We're gonna have to, I don't give a fuck if we gotta make telegrams. We're gonna have to eventually stop making videos. We're gonna have to take this shit offline and really organize some shit. If we gotta do some in-person lectures, whatever the case may be, we're gonna have to do this shit together as a network, as a unit, as a whole. Because until we do that, I just want you to know we're not gonna win. One man, one woman's not gonna cut it. There's not gonna be a miracle savior, bro. If you really think the Anunnaki and the Gia are coming to save us, you're fucking tripping. Let me tell you one thing that the Anunnaki, the only fucking thing the Anunnaki care about, power. Power. And right now, I don't see anybody levitating at will. Yeah, we can do some incredible shit when we have a heightened sense of emotion. I know that. We all have proven that we can do some pretty incredible shit when we put our minds together. So I'm not doubting that. But we haven't mastered it. I'm mastering certain things on an individual level. But even I'm not a match for an extraterrestrial or interdimensional being by myself, let alone a whole fucking fleet. And guess what? They're already here. So we need to stop playing with each other. We need to stop fighting with each other. I'm not saying we can sit around at a campfire and hold hands and sing campfires and tell spooky fucking stories to each other. That's never gonna happen. But we gotta get together. And we gotta do this shit right. White boys, y'all got the motherfucking shotguns. Y'all got the tractors and the trucks. SAs, y'all know how to build and repair. Niggas, we got all the guns. We got all the bullets. We know how to sell some shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all any motherfuckers, y'all know how to sell some shit. Y'all got the medicine. You know what I'm saying? We need medicine man. We need shamans. All you gangsta ass thug motherfuckers, we gonna need security. We need some motherfucking soldiers. All you witches, listen. Time to put your witchcraft, your wickedry to work, baby. All you wizards out there, listen. Raise your motherfucking wand. We gotta get together. We gotta do this shit. We gotta use all the tools at our disposal to rise up and show them we don't need a government. We don't need your fucking system anymore. We're gonna create our own. Because until we do that and at least show them we're not gonna go and riot and tear up some shit that our people before us built off of hard work and labor to make a point to some people who really don't give a fuck because they already own it and it's insured and they're just gonna replace it. So all we really did was just steal some shit and kill some people. When you riot and protest, it never ends well. We can't do that. We have to study history and understand that we can't make the same errors and mistakes that they've made in the past. We have to learn from their mistakes, but also we have to use these same tactics, okay? You got to think about why they killed Malcolm X in the first place. Why Minister Farrakhan's still alive. Okay? When we all know Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan had something to do with the murder of Malcolm X and many others. We already know that the Prince Hall Freemasons set up Martin Luther King for failure. We already know that this has been an inside job with the Boulets between the incarceration of the Hispanic Latino males and the indigenous African American Negroid. Both of our people are the same people. Even the fucking Mongolian, Indo-European. You know what? You know what they call them? Inside out niggas. They call them white trash. Those are our brothers and sisters. All skinfolk and kinfolk. People are getting distracted by the surface. They're not paying attention to the soul. They're not paying attention to the energy. I'm telling you right now, we got to get together because some shit is going to happen before the January hits. And America is not going to be the same. They're showing you sign after sign with movies and TV shows and music. Award ceremonies, music performances, the news media, fucking, you could go on TikTok right now and figure out what's going on. You can come on Instagram right now and figure out what's going on. And they're going to do something to the kids. They're coming after kids, bro. I guys got done watching Terrifier 3. When I tell you, and I like horror movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm an occultist. I'm not a squeamish fucking person. I like shit like that. So from time to time, I study everything from a student perspective. So I know a lot of times in these movies, especially horror movies, they're either showing you things like the energies they work with, the things they channel in. They're showing you ceremonies that they do in secret, or they're showing you in a nutshell an idea or a concept that they're thinking of doing. There was a lot of children death. Let's see what go on. Let's see what go on. Gratitude for your bravery. I got you, my dog. What? Let me see here. What go on. Find your love for being here. Thank you, brother. Yo, my lights. Every time my energy gets high, it doesn't matter if I'm at work, from home, from a grocery store, any building I walk into, the lights start to act kind of funny. They don't flicker like how all fucking dramatic how they show you in movies. But when I tell you I'm a really high vibrational being, and that I've been alive several times, all you have to do is look at certain statues of not gods. I mean actual physical people. Do a little bit of history on Papa J, Mr. J. Do a little bit of history on Prince Neferatum, King Menes, King Naptar. Do a little bit of research, and you'll notice you'll find your past life. You will find yourself probably on one of them statues, one of them people who was a witch or a healer or a shaman or a Viking or a fucking a Dragnar or a fucking berserker. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna